Welcome back to Online Darts, everyone. We are here in York, and we've got Mr. Adrian Lewis with us.
Hello.
Adrian, we only spoke late November last time we spoke. First of all, how are you?
I'm all good, mate. Thank you. Yeah, enjoying it. So like to see some old faces as well. MVG and obviously back seeing Luke again as well. Yeah, great.
I was going to say, Michael's already put a picture of his Instagram on you two.
Oh, has he?
It's been a while since you two have been together, isn't it?
Yeah, it has. Like, obviously, I've seen him just like passing kind of thing, but I haven't seen him like full on like after tonight. So yeah,
bring back old memories.
Brilliant. We've had some stories in there. We're laughing our head off.
I'd say you two at your peak was one of the games that everyone wanted to see.
We just love it, didn't we? Like I say, rat-a-tat-tat, fast game. Yeah, I love it.
Look, it's quite topical that we've got you here tonight off the back of Glasgow Premier League last night, because obviously it all went off, and obviously the fans have been getting a pace, and rightfully so. The ones, not all of them, but the ones that ruined it. Obviously, you got the brunt of it when you faced Gary. Is it as bad as what everyone's saying? They're one of the worst Premier League venues when they turn like that.
I mean, obviously it's different for me because obviously I played Gary, obviously Scotsman.
Of course,
that was last game on.
Yeah.
Bear in mind as well, Glasgow Rangers had just lost as well in the European. Yeah. So it's probably a bit different. But I mean, I think they nip it in the bud. I think this whistling and that, because at the end of the day, they're spoiling a great game of darts.
Have they let it rumble on too long? Because we saw what Gezi got for all those years.
Yeah.
And is this almost a byproduct of not stopping it earlier? I
think so. I think it needs, like I say, I think what should happen really is they should have probably more security on the ground. And if it happens and security happen to see them do it, throw them out.
Yeah, 100%.
Because at the end of the day, as soon as they've gone, they make us think twice about doing it.
As a player up on that stage, what's it like when that experience of when people are whistling? Is it as bad? Obviously, I've never played up on that stage, so I don't know what it's like. We hear it and it's loud, but what's it like from a player's point of view when that happens?
I mean, for me personally, I could hear like if it's like a singing or anything like that, it's fine because it's just like a drone.
Yeah.
But when you get people whistling and that, then it does get to you. Yeah, you can hear that loud and anything. Yeah.
Not great then for a player.
It's awful because it's off-putting.
Is that the worst thing anyone can ever do to put a player off on a stage? Is that whistling or
I think so, whistling or somebody shouting louder who's at the front, louder than everybody else, saying like miss or something like that. Yeah, it's probably on that level.
When we spoke last time, we were talking about the World Championships and all eyes were on Luke and Luke. Yeah. And obviously young Luke has gone on. I know you like to watch him. What did you make of his World Championship and obviously going on to become the youngest ever World Champion?
Awesome, absolutely fantastic. I mean, like I said, after the first round against Ryan Mickle, I was thinking, is the pressure a bit too much? But after he'd rode that wave, I thought he'd come out and just fired, didn't he, on all cylinders? I thought, why to give him a good test, Ian White?
Yeah, 100%.
If he'd have missed a couple of doubles at crucial times, if that hadn't happened, it could have been a bit closer. But yeah, he was fantastic all the way through. I think, fully deserved it as well.
When it gets past sort of like round 3 and he's still there, do you get the sense that this is going to happen?
Well, yeah, I mean, like I say, we don't know too much about him in set formats as he's playing, but obviously now we do know that he can he can keep that level consistently, which is great. It's great.
When we spoke to Luke, he said sort of like halfway through, he got that feeling that, hang on a minute, I think this is going to happen.
Yes.
When you won both yours, is there a moment in the tournament where you almost feel unbeatable and you think, this is mine?
Yeah, when you've hit the winning double. No, honestly, I don't think you can do it. I just think you do see like it, think, right, I've got an opening here now. But as soon as you take it off the ball, I think it can unfold quite quickly. So you have to just get the job done and get off. Then,
obviously, you've been in his shoes. What's it like being now the hunter instead of the hunted? Because I'm guessing that comes with a different pressure.
I think what tends to happen, what happened with me is because you'd won the World Championship, obviously all eyes are on you then, and you need you put a lot more pressure on yourself to try and win as much as you can, and then you put too much pressure on yourself, and you end up playing crap. So, well, I did anyway. Yeah. But to be fair to Luke, he's obviously won the Thursday night in front of an hostile crowd as well. He's just got to keep going, just keep playing, haven't you?
Are we on the verge of witnessing greatness and putting him in the same bracket as the greats of the sport? I know he's only 18 and he's only won one world title, but just from what we're seeing, do you think, are we on the verge of, in 5-6 years, putting him along with the greats of the sport?
Well, there's no reason why not. I think he's definitely on that pedestal. As coming into this now. Yeah. He's already won the world title, for instance. He's won the Premier League. He's won 2 of the biggest events already. So who's to say that he can't go on and win a lot more? And like you say, time will tell. But I think he's got a good team around him. I think he's very level-headed as well. And I think he's just going to go up there and just free flow.
Well, it's interesting you touched on tournaments there, because other Luke is in the main room and he talks about it. He's got the Worlds and the match play. He's missing the Premier League. Luke's missing the match play. Obviously, when you were still playing at the top level, those 3, the Worlds, the Premier League and the match play, are they the holy grail in the Players' Island? Is that the 3 that you want more than any others?
To me, it was never the Premier League, because I always found it was more like of an exhibition for me. I think definitely the match play. I think that was top of my list, and then I'd say the 3rd one was the Grand Slam.
Nice.
That'd be my 3rd. Obviously the world's match play in Grand Slam.
It's interesting to see how different players look at it. I say almost like Luke and Luke are obsessed with those, not just those, but the modern day player sees those 3 as the big 3. But it's interesting. You also caused another stir in the week. You're obviously at the Modus Super Series Pluto TV launch in London. Before we come on to the ins and outs of what you said to everyone else, did you enjoy the night as a whole?
Do you know what? I really did. We had a fantastic night. Nice to see some old faces. Saw Vinnie van der Voort, saw Fallon. Simon against Simon Whitlock. Yeah, we had a great night. And Phil, as I've seen last couple of months as well. So yeah, it's been great.
May penciled in for a playing turn. For Adrian Lewis. Excited, nervous, or all of the above?
I think. I'm not so much nervous. I'm just going to go up there and enjoy it. And just treat it as like I'm in another tournament, like a pro tour kind of thing. Just go up there and enjoy it. Try not to cause too much conflict. And just behave.
Are you going to do a full week, or are you going to do one of the...
I'm not sure. I've got to talk about Jace to that. I think, I don't know, if I can do even half a week, I'd be happy with that.
A lot of fans are... You've probably seen the wave on social media. There are a lot of excited people to see Adrian Lewis back on a stage with cameras.
Until they have his 70. What's this? No, I won't. I promise. I'll try not to anyway.
Look, you've been away from competitive darts for a while now. Do you forget
a couple of years,
what it's all about, or is it always in there that comes out?
No, I think you don't forget. I think anybody can, when you've done it for 20 years, you can turn it on and you can play well. Doesn't matter if, like I say, if you could have 10 years out of the game, you could still probably knock on a ton average.
There's a little glint in your eye about this. I can see this. Just this whole rebuild and just enjoying it again. Is this what it's all about for you?
Definitely, 100%. I think as long as I can start enjoying it again, there's no reason I can't perform to my highest level.
I love that, and like you say, everyone is excited to see it. Obviously, the new PDC season is underway, and there's been some controversial rule changes.
I've seen some of your podcasts.
I was going to say, as a player, they obviously, if you're in that top 16 and so on, you're like, we'll take it. But there must be a lot, like, even when they used to change the rules back when you were around, when the elite are getting protected, that must be frustrating for players.
I think, like I say, if you're outside that top 16, it's ever so odd, obviously, if we get up there and try to break into that top 16. I mean, when you're in the top 16, you don't really care about what's happening around you. You just think, that's happy days. Like you do, because you have to look after number one, don't you? But I can see it from obviously everybody's point of view. I don't know if they got it right. I'm not sure, but the PDC don't generally get it wrong. So we'll have to wait and see. I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's interesting because from you've been in that environment, so you know what all the sat around that pro tour table when you've got this table bitching about it, you've got this table going.
And they used to say to me,
we love it.
And they used to say, "Hey, do you say something?" I'm like, "Why is it always me saying something?"
It's interesting that you say that because not just you in particular, but certain players do have more clout, don't they? When you go to speak to whether that be the PDPA or the hierarchy of the PDC, certain players do have more clout, don't they? Yeah. Like back in your day, if you, Phil, Gary or Michael would go and say something, they're more likely to listen than someone ranked
Yeah,
40 in the world.
Yeah, but if you went to talk to Barry and said, Barry, I don't like this, I don't like that, he said, well, off you go then. He doesn't care. Or they might say, oh, well, yeah, I see your point, yeah, and all this. Then go back and you know more. So basically, they don't care.
What's that feeling like when you've been sent to go and talk to them? Go and talk to the headmaster.
I've had it a few times. It's just like, come on, I said, don't you listen to me?
Yeah, no, I get it.
My dog at home doesn't listen to me, so why are they going to listen to me?
Also, as well, brand new Sky Sports deal. It's going to be 4 decades of darts on Sky.
Brilliant.
Record money. There's talk of that £1 million is going to come in for.
I saw Barry was going to mention something, wasn't he? In March
sort of time they're going to announce it. When you made your debut at the Circus Tavern, did you ever envisage that a player would be playing one game for £1 million?
I mean, no, not really. I think my horse would fall out. I think if I was in the final, no, it wasn't. But it's amazing, isn't it, really? Like you say, how far it's grown. Obviously, out to Luke Littler as well. And, you know, even all the past players as well have obviously brought on to some extent. Now Luke's kind of, you know, brought a new crowd. But we can't forget, like, Luke Humphries as well. Because I think, to me, certainly over recent years, he's probably been the best number 1 I've ever seen.
Really?
I think so. I think he's up there, yeah. As the way he comes across, I think his attitude towards the game, he's very well spoken. I just think everything about him is great for darts. And he's a great flag bearer as well for the PDC.
I love the fact that even though you've been away for 2 years from the professional game, you still watch it and you still breathe the sport. It's of course,
yes, I'll analyse it, a few things and that, where I think, you know, people could do certain things, yeah.
Would you like to go into maybe punditry media?
Oh, no, definitely not, no.
Because just the way you're breaking things down there, you've obviously got the mind and
you see it. Well, like I said, I've been around it, haven't I?
But would you like to go in and do some work here and there?
No, I wouldn't, no. I don't think, I just don't think I could do it.
Do you not?
No.
Not be the Roy Keane of darts. No.
Do you know what? I could do that. But people hate me enough, so I don't want to do that.
You're one of the biggest fan bases that darts has ever seen. You've only got to tweet something or put something on Instagram.
It goes mad,
and people are all over it. And that love that you've built up over, I say, two decades is incredible.
It's just like I say, you just got to be yourself, haven't you? You just go up there and try your best. If you get a bit of an altercation, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And just enjoy it, don't you? Just try and enjoy it anyway. You're still giving your kids a lesson on darts as well. Because remember last time we spoke that he was playing a little bit and you were he was trying to get you into how and play. That's it, like that. Yeah, that's right. So the lads are in the ADC.
Nice.
Have you heard of the ADC thing?
Yeah.
So me medal lad, he won one. It wasn't the actual ADC, it was like a round robin thing where the same players go, but he won that the other night, so he's done really well. Ryan, he's done really well. Do you give him some advice, do you? Or do you just let him get on with it? I just say practice all you want, but you can't practice shitting yourself.
To be fair, funny you say that, Ring. Chris Mason, when I first started all this, that was Chris Mason said that saying once, and it's stuck ever since. Correct. And that was 10 years ago. It's brilliant. And I think one of the biggest advice you can give anybody, I think, don't think just throw, because if you start analysing yourself, that's when, like I said, look at me. I start to slow down, try and concentrate. If it just doesn't work, you just go up with there, keep your natural throw and just throw. Adrian, it's an absolute pleasure. Top man. Catching up with you as always. Love you.